Destiny 2 is now free on Battle.net for a limited time, and Old School Runescape has officially launched on iOS and Android. All that and more. I'm Ethos, and this is Free to Play Weekly. First off in the news this week, with the latest release of Fortnite's 6.21 patch, Epic Games has introduced a brand new way for players to get around, using balloons. This new item is an epic rarity that drops from loot floor, chests, supply drops, and more. There are only 20 balloons in a drop, and you'll need to use multiple balloons to get that lift. So players will need to be smart about how they use them. Oh, and apparently everyone should be very careful not to fly too high. The balloons don't last too long that high up, and we know what happens when balloons pop. And speaking of falling, after the deal between Treon Worlds and Gamigo, apparently XL Games wasn't aware of the sale at all. Following the news of the deal between the two broke, XL Games announced that they would be delaying the upcoming ArcheAge update and told players they were working things out in an effort to make sure there was no harm done. This caused quite some pause on the part of the MMO Bomb staff, questioning whether or not ArcheAge was part of the deal, and if so, why it had not been worked out in the sale. Based on the post on ArcheAge's forums penned by XL Games CEO Jake Song, XL Games was surprised by the move as everyone else. So, as a result, the company is currently in talks with Gamigo, and once the paperwork is complete, the ArcheAge team will announce a new release for 5.0. At the moment, we don't really know where the rest of the games in Treon's library stand, but we'll be keeping an eye out, and as soon as we know, you'll know. And so, moving on to lighter news, PC players can grab Destiny 2 for free on Battle.net by November the 18th. If you've been waiting a while to give Destiny 2 a chance, now may be your time. Like I always tell people, you can't beat free, and honestly, who can complain about getting a free game and trying it out? And if you're one of the people who bought Destiny 2 already, Bungie has created a special in-game emblem for being an early adopter. Now, I know Destiny 2 technically isn't a free-to-play game, but at least until November the 18th, it kind of is in a pseudo type of way. In more BlizzCon news, Heroes of the Storm had a huge announcement. For the first time ever, they introduced a Nexus-born hero called Orphea. The reason this is a big deal is before, all heroes in the game were related to one of Blizzard's IPs. Orphea is the first to break that mold and be a completely brand new original character. Orphea is a mid-ranged assassin armed with chaos magic who boasts powerful attacks and self-healing. Her abilities are diverse enough to appeal to a variety of players, including those who like to play crowd control. Played right, she can stay in fights for a good while without being brought down. If you want to learn more about Orphea, you can check out her intro and spotlight videos on Heroes of the Storm's YouTube channel. And finally, it's been in the works for some time, and now Old School Runescape is officially launched on mobile devices. JetX says that it will give players cross-platform play, enabling players to jump from PC and mobile and back again. They also claim that there's been over 1 million pre-orders or pre-registrations for the game on iOS and Android, with another million already enjoying the game via a beta and soft launch over the summer. While Old School Runescape is free to play, you can pick up a membership for a single month, which would be $10.99, 3 months, which is $30, 6 months, which is $54.99, or 12 months, which is basically $100, and your sub will carry over from PC to mobile. The press release touts that this is the same as Netflix, Spotify, and YouTube Premium, as it becomes the first mainstream game to transfer its monthly membership offerings to mobile. So I was a huge fan of RuneScape growing up and kind of fell off of it after entering into high school. But the idea of being able to play a legit Old School RuneScape on my phone is just an awesome proposition, and I'm sure it will pull in not only the current players due to the cross-platform functionality, but a ton of brand new players. I'm just gonna pray I can still remember my account information from back in middle school. And that leads us to the question of the week. Since RuneScape Mobile has officially launched, let me know if you have already downloaded it, or perhaps you're interested in trying it out on mobile. Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for this week's Free to Play Weekly. Don't forget to check out MMOBomb.com for giveaways and the latest news. My name is Ethos, and I'll catch you guys next week.